Hello there. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And on this specific training, we're going to continue our Salesforce integration training. And again, hopefully you've been watching all of these videos in order because they do build on each other. If you've not watched all of our previous videos, I would recommend going back and watching those. However, on this specific video, we are going to continue talking about phone numbers. And more specifically, we want to talk about how you can dial additional phone numbers that might be in custom fields that you've created within your Salesforce org. Now, on our previous video, we talked about how you can define which phone number you dial first whenever calling a contact or a lead. But what do you do if your lead records have a lot of phone numbers and a lot of those numbers are in custom fields? Let's jump back over to Salesforce. And let's take a look at our sample contact, Alan Scott, again. We'll go to his details. And here you'll see Alan Scott has a phone number in the primary phone field, a phone number in the mobile phone field, and then we have another phone field called Additional Phone that has a phone number. And of course, if you watched the previous video, you saw that phone and mobile were added to the dial session as a callable number, but Additional Phone just came over as part of the iframe that was visible in the dial session window. However, if we wanted the system to automatically consider this a callable number, super easy to do this. We're going to jump over to Setup. So in the upper right-hand corner in Salesforce, we're going to click on our gear, and we're going to go to Setup. From Setup, we're going to go to the Object Manager. Now for us, in this specific case, we're dealing with the lead object. But it's the same steps no matter what object you're working from. If you have additional phone numbers in any object that you want to be able to call, you just need to go look for that object. So I'm going to use a quick find to identify the lead object. I'm going to click on the lead object and I'm going to go to Fields and Relationships. Here on Fields and Relationships, I'm going to see a list of all of my custom fields. So you're going to want to find all of the fields that you would potentially want to call when in a dial session. And so here we see our additional phone field. We're going to copy this API name right here, the field API name. We're going to copy that. Then we're going to jump back over to our Salesforce integrations page. Now, as a reminder to help people who may not have watched the other video, I'm going to show you how to get here. Up at the top, you're going to click on your initials. You're going to go down to integrations. You're going to go to the details for the Salesforce integration. And then here we are. So now let's go down to field mappings. So the standard field mappings are phone, home phone, other phone, assistant phone, mobile. And you'll notice that additional phone is not an option there. It's not a standard phone number field. So I'm going to go right here where it says new field mapping. And I'm going to paste additional underscore phone under underscore C in as a new field mapping. And I can label it whatever I want. Home, work, mobile, fax, other, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and label this as an additional work phone, and I'm going to save it. Once I save that, the page will refresh, and I'm going to scroll down, and you'll see the custom mapping section now has my additional phone listed there as a custom mapping. I also want to point out that if I wanted to, I could now set that as the primary phone number that we call first. I'm not going to worry about doing that for this specific phone number field, but let's jump back over to our leads. Let's go back to our list. Let's go ahead and initiate a dial session to Alan Scott again. All right, so now we're connected. Let's go ahead and start dialing. And if we did everything right, we should see all of the phone number fields added. And here we go. We see mobile first. That's our primary phone number. Then we've got the next phone number, which is the phone number. And then finally, we have our new work number, which is the additional phone number. So as you can see, once we added this custom field mapping, essentially we told PhoneBurner that there are additional fields in Salesforce that we would like to treat as phone numbers. And so PhoneBurner is now going to go ahead and grab those phone numbers for those records and add those as callable numbers to this list. Of course, you only need to do that if there are additional phone numbers that you would like to automatically call as you're moving throughout your dial session. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope this helps you and your team get more done using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.